Hi, this is Loran Swenson with Scan, and welcome to another video in our instructional video series. In this video, we're going to talk about how to do a inner voice scan. So let's get started. From your desktop, double-click on your icon, brings you to your main page. First thing we need to do is we need to select our client. So left-click on the Select Client button. This brings up your client data page. Now, if this is a first-time client, then all of this information needs to be filled out exactly the way it shows you here, and then we have a video that explains this. So if this is your first time, you need to watch that video that explains how to set up this data and why it's so important. Now, if it's a return client or they've already been set up, you have two ways to access their account. One, you can come to the bottom left box where it says search string. The other way to do that is when you hit select client, type in the first four letters of their last name, making sure you capitalize the first letter, and click on select client. It will bring up that client. And if that's the client that you need, once you've got it, click save and go back. Make sure that as a technician that your name is selected and it's highlighted there. Go back. So now that we're set up, left click on the programs button, left click on inner voice, and that brings up the inner voice screen. Now if you'll notice, up in the top right corner at the top is the name of the client, and directly below that is the name of the technician. You might want to always check that when you start so that you've got the right client loaded and the right technician doing the scan. Okay, now inner voice only takes 20 seconds. It's very simple. They just speak. It stops automatically, it creates the report, generates the tones. The most important part of this is that your preparation with the client before they start to speak is key. Now, you can do a couple different ways. You can actually type up a script that they read, but best is if they can speak from their heart. So especially in the first time, you want to sit down with them, make sure that they're relaxed, they're breathing normal, maybe have a glass of water, a cup of tea, they're feeling comfortable, and you've got some dialogue going on between you and the client. Then explain to them that all you need them to do is to speak from the heart. It doesn't matter what they say. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing silly or foolish. Just speak from your heart. Talk about themselves, their spouse, their children. You'll be surprised how fast 20 seconds goes. But the key is that it's natural. It's from their heart. They're not trying to sound professional. They just need to speak freely. So give them a minute, maybe two, to collect their thoughts, and generally ask them to think about. They don't need to vocalize any of this. Just think about the things that are maybe troubling them, the things that are making them happy, things that cause them stress or worry. To think about those so that they're fresh in their mind. When they start to speak, those emotions will come through their voice, and that's what we're trying to pick up. So once everybody's ready, they've indicated that they're ready, hand them the microphone, make sure that they speak clearly into the voice. They don't need to whisper. We want them to speak clearly, but not in a yell, just a normal voice. When they're ready, click start, and then they can speak. And so this is Loran Swenson. I work at Scan, and right now we're going through a demonstration on capturing the voice for inner voice. This helps them to understand the impact that emotions have physically in their body. And so it's important that they do this. And as you can see, at 20 seconds, the program stopped. It's recorded all the different frequencies, actually thousands of frequencies that are in the voice. I can look at it in this chart here that shows the different notes and the amplitudes. I can click and see another chart that shows the frequency bands and where in the voice pattern it is most dominant. And then we can see this type of data that just shows you the number, the magnitude of the frequencies that we're getting. So it's quite a bit. But the most important, the easiest one to understand is the notes. And what we're looking for is the top 3 that are highest, that have the most amplitude, because those are ones that we're generally overcompensating, our voice overcompensates for. And then we're looking for the one that is the lowest. And in this case, it looks like it's F, the note F. And the reason that that's important is that's usually the one that we're suppressing. So once we have that, you can then click on accept if you're happy with that. Now, if they're not happy, I want to do that again, or you don't feel like you got enough volume, you just have them start over and just click start and do it again. But once you've got the final voice, you click the accept. So left click accept, and that brings up their report. So the top 3 was the note A, the note E, the note F, and then G. So these are the 4 notes that we came up with, an explanation of what these, when there's an imbalance in those notes, what they actually mean. And this is really good information for them to read. It will also generate the different tones for each one of these that they are encouraged to listen to. And each one is 5 minutes long. And so there's a 20-minute homework, so to speak, that they would listen to. And when you click on the email reports, it will send this printed report, and it looks like this. So in one of the other videos, we talked about the importance of having your company logo entered. If it is entered, it will put it at the top of the report. There, the report is easy for them to read. And then also attached to that report will be the 4 5-minute MP3 programs that they're encouraged to listen to. So that is the inner voice. And even though it's only 20 seconds of recorded, you're going to need to allot probably 5 to 10 minutes to complete this this particular scan. When you're all finished, click on the close button and you're done. Thank you for watching.